Hi Taurus, welcome to Buddy Tarot. This is your monthly reading for September 2025. So let's jump right in and see what messages we have for you. In this reading, I'll be pulling 4 cards for the 4 weeks of September, and then we'll be getting clarifiers for each of the cards. I'm using the Millennial Tarot deck by Scott Bergman. And let's see what messages we have for you. Universe, what does Taurus need to know? What is Taurus ready to know at this point in time? What messages do we have for Taurus? So we are starting with the Chariot. Nice. Then we have the Seven of Swords. For the third week, we have the Ace of Wands, and for the fourth week we have the Devil. Taurus, this feels like a very adventurous reading. Some of you could be traveling. We have the van life for the Chariot. So this could literally mean that, some of you could be camping out in the fire. You could be traveling either alone or with friends. Feels like some time alone, or just a break with the Chariot, with the van life. Feels like a very free energy, also free and taking responsibility for yourself at the same time. I'm seeing mountains here. Some of you could be traveling to the hills, the mountains. Then in the second week we have the Seven of Swords, and it's called acting shady here. So you could have a detractor in your energy, and by that I mean like someone who's acting shady, and the detractor could be activating this aspect in you as well, where the Seven of Swords is basically Moon in Aquarius. So it's the intelligence of Aquarius, but kind of working in a shadowy aspect. In the third week we have the Ace of Wands, which is all about passionate new beginnings, a burst of energy, and over here it's called microdose. So some of you could just be partying. You could be into psychedelics, things of that nature. But there is a burst of energy, and you seem to be vibing with whatever it is that you're doing. And in the fourth week we have the Devil. So I feel like you could this microdose energy is so with the microdose also. I feel like, from what I can tell about microdose, is like you're not going 100% in, but kind of not sipping, but kind of just you're regulating the passion. But there is a strong connection, and I suddenly see the 2 red flags sticking out behind this person. So let's clarify. Feels like a very adventurous reading. What's the Chariot for Taurus? What's the Chariot van life for Taurus? We have 10 of Thoughts. That's the 10 of Swords. So some of you are kind of this break, or moving on. If you're not literally traveling, then moving on from a situation that has been very hurtful, which has been like a dumpster fire, the Tower energy, where kind of shit hits the fan. And I see you kind of trying to get away from this. In the first week of September we have Fun Employed, which kind of goes hand in hand with, if I'm reading it intuitively, the Hangman and the Chariot. Like if the Chariot is the vehicle, then the Hangman is the brake. So you're on a break. You could be taking, even a break from work. Some of you, something painful or difficult might have happened at work, um, or even personal life, but you're having fun, just chilling, I guess. um, yeah, some of you could be enjoying yourself in nature, reading a book, um, 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 lying in a what is that called, a hammock. Now let's look into acting shady. What's acting shady for Taurus in the second week of September? We have the Seven of Cups. Wow. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So it is a thirst trap, something that could kind of get you hooked and is not good for you in a way. Like you would know. We have fam. So this could be in the Ten of Cups. So this is like your community, your tribe, chosen, the people you have chosen, your friends. Um, there's something about there's something about the fam, like the people you're sharing the dynamic with, where excuse me, there's somebody who is acting as a detractor in this fam dynamic, who is activating, because we mirror each other, right? So it's like you could be trying to outwit this person because this person has been trying to outwit you. There has been some sort of this could be escapism, or just a question, leaves a question about why. Let's get one more. We have generational wealth. That's the Ten of Pentacles. It's called the Ten of Swag here. So property could be at stake, money could be at stake. This could literally be like now I want to say like family even, because it's generational wealth. But there is something that is, somebody's shady behavior is kind of pulling you into your shadow self with thirst trap here, and you kind of know that this is not the right way to be going, but perhaps you're entangled in this because there's a lot of money at stake here. Let's look at the Ace of Wands, which is called microdose. What's the Ace of Wands? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Over here, she's called Who Run the World. We have hustle culture, and let's get one more. That's the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. So some of you, off the grid. So you could actually be kind of working from home, or I don't know. I feel like some of you could be making music on the side, or what is this, Red Bull? I see like a Red Bull can, and you could be studying about something or writing, but you're doing two things, and you're also kind of off the grid, like not in touch with enjoying yourself, living the life of a recluse, kind of. You could be tripping, even like microdosing we have here. So I feel like with the microdose here, I'm just trying to put it in a general sense. I feel like you're doing a bit of everything. Now I'm curious about, because I'm getting work, like you focusing on work on the third week, and doing a lot on your own while you keep to yourself, making money. You could be investing in bits. Um, Dealing with crypto, even, that's another message that I'm getting. Let's look at the devil. What's this devil that's showing up in your energy? We have temperance, we have the 6 of swords, and we have the 10 of wands. Okay, so some of you might actually meet, go on a trip, or you might meet some friends and then feel burnt out. With the temperance here, it's like you're trying to do damage control in a situation. There is somebody, it's like there is somebody who is, you have this girls trip, and the fam, I feel like, are, could be, it doesn't have to be connected, but there is something going on in your family, or what you call fam, and then we have a burnout that's happening from spending time with maybe your friends or the company that you keep, but you definitely seem to be doing better when you're off the grid and on your own. You're way more productive. We have eco-friendly here, so this tells me that, you know, there is someone who is doing damage and you're trying to control the damage, and this is kind of leaving you feeling burnt out and not wanting to deal with this anymore. Yeah, let's look at what the universe has to say to close off this reading. What does the universe have to say to Taurus? We have self-care. That's important with this burnout happening here. We have stay-at-home dad. So some of you could be this. You could be a stay-at-home dad, or you could be dealing with a stay-at-home dad while you're off the grid, or, you know, living the van life. And we have quarter life crisis, judgment. So kind of coming to big decisions, making big decisions about your life, and you know, there could be somebody you're definitely being urged towards self-care, you know, with the devil energy here and the burnout. So and there is someone in your energy who is kind of making big decisions and trying to understand what is the best way for them to move forward, given the point in which they find themselves at in their life. So we have the Instagram guru underneath the deck. So some of you could be that. You could be an influencer. Taurus, this is what I have for you. If you're still watching, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes, and most importantly for your time. And I will catch you again soon later. Bye.